Hello and welcome to our show, Film Talk with AJ Dean. I'm AJ Dean, your host, and I have the incredibly funny and wonderful actor as my co-host, Paul Vato. He's in the building tonight. Hey, Paul, how's the week going for you?
Wonderful. I'm in Vegas and it was a little wet and is always very hot during the summer, but I'm surviving. So thank you for asking.
I've heard on the news that there's flooding there. So I hope that you stay on high ground, Paul.
I am. I'm in Summerlin, which is slightly higher. So it's also slightly cooler, just by a few degrees. It's a little bit of elevation. So it's definitely better. And we're very dry here. Unlike some of the casinos that got flooded and the Strip and by UNLV, it was crazy.
Wow. Well, stay safe, Paul. And speaking of cool, you mentioned cool. We have a very cool guest tonight. Her name is Alexis Austriaco, and she is an actress. And she has been in some incredible films, and we've got some on screen here. Let's give her a very warm welcome. Hello, Alexis. Welcome to Film Talk.
Thank you for having me, AJ. Paul, great to see you too.
It's wonderful that you're here. Finally, we get to meet Alexis. We've met on Clubhouse and been in so many rooms together. We've actually even done a film together, American Sangre, by Leo Severino, Witness Entertainment Productions. Just want to give a shout out to them. But you've been on a roll, and now you're doing commercials, and so let's get right into it. We've got these great movie posters on screen, and they are incredible. We have Murder by Association, done in 2022, and we have Purse, done in 2021 with Eric Roberts. So let's talk a little bit about that and what's new with you. Over to you, Alexis.
Oh, thank you, AJ. Yes, just basically what's new with me now is just I'm focusing on a different angle on my career, leveling up. So now I'm kind of just, keeping to myself so I can stay focused, and then focusing on what my agents give me and managers give me. So I'm focusing on that aspect right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then also to throw it out there, besides movies, I do run a henna business in St. Louis. So I'm wearing the shirt.
St. Louis, Missouri. So shout out to Missouri, St. Louis.
Yeah.
And you also have your own henna business. So
Yes.
how can people get in contact with you if they want henna done?
Oh, they can just go to the Instagram, Love is Mendy. So it's on my shirt. Thank you.
I love that. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
I love it. Don't you love that, Paul?
It's great. It's awesome to do the advertising and all that. So congratulations too. I'd love to hear more about the business.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. It's actually really it's getting pretty big here in St. Louis now. So knock on wood, I'm pretty happy about that.
Absolutely. Knock on wood. We wish you the most success. Now, did you have that before you started as an actress or after you started as an actress?
It was before.
Okay, so this is something that you love, and it's a service that you enjoy. It's also providing art and beauty to the world. So I want to thank you for that. And it's true. A lot of artists and actresses, they do many, different things. They do multiple things, like they either paint or do henna, like you do, Alexis.
Yes.
So that is so cool. So check Alexis's Instagram out and make sure you contact her for all your henna needs so you can be even more beautiful. Okay, so let's get back to Murder by Association. Let's talk about what that film is about and what role did you play, Alexis?
All right, so the film is about it's a murder mystery movie. So basically, of course, it's kind of like Clue. You got to figure out who killed who. And my character's name is Tammy, and I don't want to give too much away. So I'm one of the characters. one of the main characters, the supporting characters. You got to watch it. It should be coming out soon. So it's coming out. They're distributing it in DVDs and possibly some theaters here in the US. So
wonderful. Now, how did you get that?
Well, so there is a director named Whit Whitman, and I actually auditioned for one of his other movies called Unmortal, which is kind of paused currently at the moment. And then I became like his assistant sort of like assistant or friend for a little bit. And then he just was like, hey, I would like you to play Tammy. I said, okay, yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I did want to also ask about Purse. Purse is a film with Eric Roberts, and you did that in 2021. How did you get that? And what was your role that you played there?
Well, I had to audition my role for the role. I was playing. I can't believe I got my character's name. Well, I was playing. What is my character's name? I forgot my character's name. It's been so long. Well, I play one of the people that is part of the story where there's a mystery purse that goes along different people. You know, they have different situations, and an item in that bag, basically, they take it out and it tells the story of how that person or set of people got murdered.
Amazing, amazing.
Yes.
So did you get to work or interact with Eric Roberts, Julia Roberts' brother?
I did not personally, but LaDon, who's the director, did.
Okay, that's wonderful. So check that out as well. Paul, over to you.
Wonderful. I work. Is it out yet? Can people see it? Or
Yeah, on Tubi.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Yeah, a great platform.
Yes.
Super. Okay. And these roles that you played in both of these films, how would you describe them, Alexis? What type of character were they or are they?
Oh man, they are well, Tammy first, she's a sweetheart. She's very sweet. She's a sweetheart. She's emotional. She genuinely cares about people. You could tell whenever she's interacting with everybody, she just wants peace in the world. Kind of opposite for who the other character in Purse was. She was like a firecracker, but she was also very deeply emotional with her opposite as the guy that she's in love with. She would do anything for him, but she also was like, hey, you know, keep your place. But at the same time, he would, you know, sweet talk her and she'd be like, okay, I'll give in.
It sounds like you really enjoyed and really got into the character and had fun with that.
Yeah, it was amazing.
So I did want to ask you about a movie that you were scheduled, you know, to be in, but it didn't work out. So let's talk about that because that's kind of interesting. And that's how the film industry is. It can be, you know, everything can be all set and ready to go all the way up to the very last moment, and then it can be shelved. So let's talk about that. This was Chris Ander, 2023 production with Daniel Baldwin. And tell us a little bit about what happened with that.
The schedules didn't work out between me because I was already filming something else at the time and between the director. So they already kind of said, you know, we might as well just go ahead. We got to go ahead with production. So I said, okay. And I understood everything. I understand how it works. There's plenty of times I was close to doing something and they're like, you know what, we don't need it. But that's the thing, you have to be understanding and just know that things will keep coming for you. So you cannot, you know, beat yourself down for that.
That's absolutely right. I love that. And you were offered a part in that, right? It's just that the timing didn't work out. And as you said, yeah.
Yes.
And Paul, did you know that she had worked with Eric Roberts, Julia Roberts' brother? Did you know that in Purse?
No, I just found out. It would be, I think it would be amazing to work with anyone in that family, or also in the Baldwin family, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with those fine actors and actresses in that family.
They took my thumbs. They took my thumbs. What was that from? Was that Eric Roberts? I hope it is, because was that Falcon and the Snowman or something? Yeah.
Oh.
That's all I remember.
That was great. That was wonderful, Paul. You're so funny, and your timing is impeccable. Alexis, I did want to ask you, speaking of all these great actors and actresses and the families, who would you like to work with? Do you have a favorite celebrity, male or female, that you would like to work with your next movie or film?
Absolutely. That I have been thinking about her this whole time, and how can I get to work opposite her? It would be Viola Davis. She is my favorite, the best. When I study acting, it's her I'm looking at, and just she's the queen.
Alexis, I agree 100%. But why is it for you? What is the reason for you?
Because you can tell just looking at her that every time she has anything she does, it's all 100% here, and the emotions are genuine and true and honest, and you can tell she never fakes a minute of it. She is truly in the moment and truly in her character, and just truly she's surrounded by the scene and the atmosphere, and it's perfect. And she brings everybody. She holds the whole movie. Even a small part, she holds the entire thing.
I have to agree. I think what it is it's her passion. She has such passion for acting, and it is, she's in her element when she is on set acting. So I completely agree. Over to you, Paul.
I would have to also agree. She's wonderful. That would be amazing to work with Viola Davis. I mean, what an amazingly talented young lady.
Yes, absolutely.
So, Alexis, speaking about wonderful things, what is your dream job? What do you envision yourself playing? What is the perfect role for you?
Man, that's I would say any role that can make a really huge impact onto somebody. Like, for example, a character that's really strong rolled, because I love playing strong role women characters. Any character that really catches a person's eye, because I'm the type of person I like to make a huge impact. And I want that person to feel what I feel whenever I'm on the screen. I want them to enjoy what they're watching. Like Viola Davis, again, that's how I envision myself, is, the Alexis version of Viola Davis type. That's how I want to build my career too.
I love that answer.
Thank you.
And I did want to ask you, would you play a hero?
Yes, I would love to.
That would be exciting. I could see you in that role, Alexis. And I also wanted to ask you, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Because you've been acting for about, how many years have you been acting?
I would say maybe total almost 2.
Yes. Okay. So you're at the beginning of your incredible career, and it's just going to go up from here, Alexis. And so in 5 years, where do you see yourself?
I see myself at the Academy Awards, the Oscars, doing big things, but well established at that point where I can just, be anywhere, where I don't have to, I can be at a place where I could be working here and at a smaller type of film, and work at the bigger ones at the same time. Because right now I'm working the smaller ones, slowly building myself up to the bigger ones. So what I see myself is that at that point I'm at the big ones, but at the same time I can be, get my freedom to go everywhere and be comfortable in everything I'm doing.
Beautiful, beautiful answer. And I wanted to ask you, Alexis, when let's talk about Purse for a second. Was there a film festival or film premiere for distribution?
There was a film premiere for it. It was in Atlanta, Georgia. Did
you get to go?
I did end up going. Yes, I did end up going. It was a great time. It was amazing. Everybody was there. We had a red carpet event, Hollywood or Atlanta Hollywood. I believe that's the paper's name, but they were there. They were interviewing everybody. It was a great time.
Awesome. Now, did you wear a gown?
So I wore a sparkly dress with a coat. So yeah, it was nice. Everybody was all tucked up, dressed out, nails done, hair done, makeup fresh, all that stuff. It was nice. Everybody drove cross country just to come.
Incredible. And, this is part of the fun, having a premiere and going to a film festival and that whole experience. So I'm so happy that you're doing so well. Now,
Thank you.
Now, Paul, I wanted to hand it over to you, Paul. Do you have any
Sure.
questions? Go ahead, love.
I do. So wait, how long have you been actually, acting or been serious about acting?
I would say being serious, like completely just going all in, was of March 2021.
What were you doing before? Were you already in the entertainment industry, or what were you doing?
I was a server at a restaurant. And
So what got you motivated then to pursue your acting career?
well, actually, so a long time ago, I wanted to be an animator, and that's what I was going for at first. So I applied to Webster University to go to animation, and one of the suggestions to be in the get your bachelor's in animation is to take an acting class so you can understand, the movement and stuff like that. And I remember I went to St. Louis Community College in Merrimack, and I took my first theater class. And when I took it, I was like, I really like this. This is amazing. And I didn't realize how much I liked it versus, because I know with animation, you still are expressive, but you sit down and you draw the same character. I'm a type of person, I like to move a lot and I like to get up and do stuff. And I just realized, that's what I probably should be doing. And then from there, I just kept going. I'm like, this is what my gut's telling me to do. Let me do it.
Wonderful. Good for you. What did your family think about that, or what do they think about that? Because, it's not an easy life, but you found success early, which is nice. But what do they think?
Well, at first, they were like, no, because I do also have a bachelor's degree in biology, and they wanted me to pursue
Sure.
stuff with that and be like a doctor or a dentist or a nurse. And I'm just like, I'm not happy doing that, because I did work as a technician at a lab at like Dr. Pepper and stuff. And I did not enjoy it because I felt like there's no creative freedom. And that's what I love the most is creative freedom. And, why not earn money with doing what you love? I can't live my life with anything but that,
That's wonderful. Well, I'm glad that you found your passion early, and it's something that I feel that, you can do for the rest of your life. So that's wonderful.
Yes.
I'm glad that happened.
Thank you.
I love that too. And I wanted to ask you, are you taking any specific classes, like method classes, or anything that you're specifically focusing on right now? Because I know that actors and actresses, they constantly are learning, and it's very competitive. So you're always needing to updating your skills. Isn't that right, Paul? You're always learning new stuff, updating. You even actually shared some fun stuff with me about podcasts today. Paul, you are really, you're always looking and updating yourself. Isn't that right, Paul?
100%. And it's also, with whether you're taking improv classes, of course, I always go to the improv because that's one of my passions. But I think all actors, it behooves us to study, learn other things, but also I think gain experiences, because experiences you can bring into the world of acting. I accidentally, when I was on Clubhouse, I'm rarely on Clubhouse now because I've dedicated so much time to my podcast, Paul Vato Presents, that when I was on Clubhouse, I accidentally, my big fat thumbs accidentally hit a room, and I popped into a room about crocheting. And I just felt awkward. I didn't want to pop in because they were so nice, and they're like, come up on stage and all this, And maybe I knew one person in there. That's why the room was in the hallway. And so I popped up, and then I was too embarrassed to just like pop out and leave. And then I was almost embarrassed to be there because it was me and a room full of ladies, and they're kind of like, oh, tell us about your experience with crocheting. Like, I don't have any, but I remembered it brought back all these memories of my grandmother And because I was in that room, I was able to learn the difference between crocheting and macrame and the different, needlepoint and these different things. And it brought back all these memories of my grandmother doing that. And she had the needles with the hooks. And then they're like, oh, that's because she was doing this or that. And even though I can't tell you all about it right now, I think if I picked up a book within a couple hours, I would know a lot about it. So if I ever have to play an actor who also crochets or knits, I'll know the difference. So I think and that's, maybe just a silly example, but whether it's traveling or learning languages during COVID, I practiced Italian. So and I'd taken it in college, but now I've gotten not fluent. I'm fluent on Duolingo and I'm brilliant. When I talk to real Italians, I'm like, oh, it's horrible. But I can communicate with people now in Italian. So I think as an actor, that's what we need to do, gather experiences. So that's great. And you having this biology background and degree, when, that's something that they need to know. I'm sure it's on your resume, because for those that don't know, when they hire someone, they want to almost hire as close as possible. So if you have all this technical experience, you're going to get the job before somebody else does. So I think that's brilliant.
Thank you.
I agree. I think that, is that on one of your resumes? Is that, biology, and that is, you could definitely, be playing those roles, Alexis. Is that on your CV, on your creative artist resume?
It is not. And now that you mention that, I think I need to go back to my Actors Access profile and just start putting that stuff in. So yes.
I think so, because you would get hired before someone, if you guys are equal in all other respects, then why would they hire the person that has that technical knowledge and language that they can use?
Yes. Yeah, very true. I know Spanish too, but I'm not fluent. So I have to go on Duolingo and make sure I'm fluent in it.
You sure? Is your family Spanish, or where are they from?
They're from the Philippines, but we have also Spanish in our blood. But I just kind of, because growing up, a lot of people, would assume always I'm Latina. So I just got in love and I started learning Spanish. Plus, some of my family members in the Philippines know Spanish due to the.
Well, there's one island, and I know that there's 7,212 or something islands in the Philippines, but I know that one island is 100% Spanish. Their language on that, their dialect, well, not even a dialect, their language is Spanish. So it's, and of course, yeah, we share that, the colonizer, the Spanish colonizers. Yeah. So we share that shared language of Spanish. But all I know in Tagalog is mahal kita.
Aww. Yes, I love you too. Good job.
Thank you.
That's so sweet. I love hearing that. I think that is so, so beautiful. And gosh, we have so much fun on this show, don't we? Thank you so much.
This is great.
Alexis, I wanted to ask you about your favorite movies, the movies that have influenced your life, because it brought you to this point of being an actress because of the passion and you love it. And you mentioned Viola Davis, who inspires you, rightfully so. So can you share with us a little bit more about the movies that made an impact in your life, the ones that are your favorites?
Oh, man. Well, I know one off the top of my head that anytime someone asks me, I can just spit it right out, which is To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar. That movie is amazing. John Leguizamo is actually one of my favorite actors.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I love him. He actually looks like one of my uncles too. So that's why I favor him so much. But yeah, that movie was very impactful. They did a great job, taking over the role of, each character that they took. And it was an amazing story. It was very simple, but also yet complicated. And I loved it. So that's one of them. And I also like anything with Heath Ledger when he was alive. I loved everything he did. He was a genius. In the Joker, when he played it, I fell in love. I was like, watching anything that's strong like that makes me want to keep acting, keep going, and keep pursuing. That's what I love.
Wasn't that amazing, his portrayal of the Joker? It was like nothing else I had ever seen before. How about you, Paul?
I was blown away. I recently revisited. I think I just saw a clip and I was like, oh, I got to watch this again. But it was just so intense and so psychotic. It was insane. But yeah, and a lot of his other work, of course, that wasn't all he was known for.
Right.
But yeah, just gone too soon, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we want to pay our respects with that and say much respect and love to his family. And
Yes.
also Olivia Newton-John just passed away, so we want to give
Oh,
respects as well.
yes.
Gee, we just want to hold on to these great treasures and beautiful people and beautiful hearts as long as possible. So I just want to say, Alexis, you've made such a great impact on us. We love your heart because you're so positive and upbeat. And like I said before, you've got your whole life ahead of you, a great career coming. And isn't that right, Paul?
I believe that 100%. And I hope that we get to work together someday because you guys already got to work together.
Yes.
When is it going to be my turn? So.
Yes, let's go. I'm ready.
Let's go.
Ready.
Yes, I do want to ask you about American Sangre. What you played, how you got it, what you thought about it. This was Leo Severino's Witness Entertainment production. Incredible. A film filmed in Los Angeles within 5 days. Over to you, Alexis.
Yes. Okay. Yes. I remember we all were on Clubhouse getting it together and we took it serious. And as soon as Leo was like, who's ready? I said, I really wanted to work with Leo. I really admired Leo and I thought he was amazing. I think he's amazing still. And I was like, okay, let me book this ticket. And I just went and I booked the ticket. And we, a month later, boom, we went and met everybody. And it was like, hey, what's going on? And stuff like that. And it was amazing. Everybody just put their effort into it. And I remember the last night we filmed pretty much 24 hours straight. And I know Leo was up longer than 24 hours, just consistently filming. So there was a point where we were just like this, drooling everywhere, laying on the couch and stuff. But it was a huge team effort in the end. And it was a great time. And it was amazing to meet everybody at Clubhouse in person instead of just hearing us talk on the phone. So, I mean, on Clubhouse. So I was just, it was amazing experience. And it's a great, and his trailer, I don't know if you got a chance to see the trailer or anything, but it was very well put together. He put an amazing trailer together. I can't wait to actually see the movie. So that's, yeah.
Yeah, me too. I love it. And I want to give a shout out to Leo. Hi, Leo. And thank you so much for being an awesome director. And we support you. So, and Witness Entertainment. I wanted to give a shout out to that as well. Well, it looks like we're going to have to start wrapping it up. But we have enjoyed having you here so much, Alexis.
Thank you.
You are a super actress, and we're just rooting for you every step of the way. So let's go over to Paul for final thoughts. Final thoughts. Over to you, Paul.
I love it. Such maybe bad things for some people happened during the pandemic and just being closed off and not being able to interact with people. But I feel social audio really brought a lot of us together. And that's places like Clubhouse, Stereo, Clubhouse, Fireside Chat. And, we're here, I think, because I wouldn't know any of you if it wasn't for that. So I think a debt of gratitude goes out to those social audio platforms and to us for sticking with each other and being able to work together. Because I remember I was really trying to get out there for Leo's movie. I just couldn't make it, even though I'm in Vegas and, there's almost no excuse. But when I was there when it just first started and it was just this seed of an idea. And he was like, yeah, if you guys are serious, let's do it. And all of a sudden, within, I don't know, a month or whatever was put together, but it was shot, like I said, in 5 days, a film. So that's incredible. If you put your mind to it, you can do anything. So again, I look forward to hopefully working with you one day. And that would be very, very nice.
Yes, same. Thank you. Absolutely.
You're welcome. And you too, AJ. I'd like to act with you as well.
Yes.
You're muted, AJ.
Why, thank you, Paul. Oh my gosh, that's such a, I would like that too. Oh my gosh, that's made me so happy. And thank you, Paul, for that. And thank you for telling me I was on mute.
Well, I knew you were saying great things about me and I wanted to hear them. So I thought I would tell you to unmute.
Thank you so much, Paul. And over to you for final thoughts, Alexis.
Yes, I just basically I want to thank you, you AJ and Paul, very much for having me on the show. This is very exciting. I was telling my closest friends that I was on this, and I really am grateful for you too. And I cannot wait to work and act with you guys because well, let's make sure this happens, and then whatever our future holds and everything like that. And I just also, if you don't mind, I want to shout out to my acting coach, Gloria Garayua. And she's actually been on How to Get Away with Murder with Viola Davis. Yeah, so it was pretty cool. She's been in a lot of stuff, like Grey's Anatomy and all that stuff. So yeah, I have a great acting coach. So just shout that out there if anybody wants to take acting classes with her.
Also, AJ, I want to say congratulations. I know that our podcast has been winning a lot of awards and special mentions. So I'm very happy and proud to be a part of this team, Film Talk with AJ Dean. I love the fact that we're getting a lot of recognition. I also want, if you don't mind, I'd like to tell people about Good Pods, is where I have my podcast. I mean, my podcast is everywhere, Paul Vato Presents. But on Good Pods, we just broke top 100. We were like 40 or 50 in all of comedy. So we're going against all the big podcasts, Tom Segura and Bill Burr, and all the big ones, Bill Maher. And so we're in the top 100. And then in the comedy interview, we're in the top 10 on Good Pods. So anyone that's listening, please come out to Good Pods and help support. So thank you guys. I just want to say thank
ahead.
you. Yeah,
wow. Congratulations, Paul. This is great news. And please, each week, please share this because this is phenomenal. This is, it's so well deserved because you are out there. You have an incredible podcast. It's called Vato Presents. It's
Paul Vato Presents, paulvatopresents.com or vato.tv. You can find it right there. But yeah, Paul Vato Presents. And it's been so much fun and meeting all these different people and reconnecting with a lot of my old friends from the Chicago days that are now doing television and film and whatnot. So it's been a great journey. It's only been 3 months. Tomorrow is exactly 3 months. So I have 33 episodes up. So that's quite a bit.
That is beautiful. I'm so proud of you. Keep going. And if I'm here for you. We work together and I love it. So if there's anything I can do, let me know. I just want to say, play it again, Paul. This is Paul Vato's Cigars. I just had to do that. That was my final thoughts. If you can see this, I hope you can see it. It's Paul Vato's original cigars. He rolls them himself and they're beautiful. So please, if you want the very best and personalized and original, unique, right from Las Vegas, right from Paul Vato, you're going to get the best hand-rolled cigars from Paul. So Vato Cigars for Paul. Is that right, Paul?
Rolled on my virgin thighs. Yeah, that's right. Just kidding. People are like, we don't want it. No. I have a factory in Florida that makes them, rest assured. They're not being rolled on this virgin's thigh, so thank you. Sorry.
I love it. So, okay, until next time, we're going to send a lot of love out there. Remember, this is Film Talk with AJ Dean, and where we celebrate you. And so thank you, Alexis, for being our guest. Thank you, Paul, for being the best co-host ever. And until we meet again, I'm going to have my signature fan. Oh, I have to have it the right way. Here's a nice black one. Until we meet again, take care.
I'm your biggest fan.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Thank you.